It's Week 7 of the National Football League. And coming up, we'll see Stephon Diggs.
Autumn has come to upstate New York. Fall colors abound, and we welcome you inside Highmark Stadium here in Orchard Park. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Buffalo Bills. Hello, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at the Bills entering play here. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And if you look back to last week, it was all about...
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
In recent years, we've seen a lot of love for North Dakota State in the NFL draft. And Trey Lance, he's a great example of what the Bison are sending to the league each and every year. This guy looks like a franchise quarterback. He wants his opportunity to prove it to the rest of the league.
Right out of the gates, Lance going to the air. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. You look at this Buffalo defense. They've been pretty solid against the pass. Toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. That is not going to be any help as they dump it behind the line of scrimmage. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. But so much for picking it up on the ground on 3rd down. 3rd play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here. If you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
One pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard. Off play action. Williams. Man open. That's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 15 yards that time. And a Buffalo first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
First run of the game here for Dameon Pierce. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
At the 42-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And the Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 28-yard line.
To throw, it's Lance. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The intended target there was Gabriel Davis, and it's 3rd and short. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. When you look at this defense, they enter play ranked 8th against the run in the NFL.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation that he wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
A great job defensively taking away his receivers, and he was forced to put that one into Lake Erie, but that's what good quarterbacks do. They don't take unnecessary chances if they don't have to.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. And Lance going to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 44-yard line. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. This one caught by Davis. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Bills' 36-yard line.
They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And he gets it down to the 32. The numbers for him from a week ago: 23 carries, 96 yards, and a touchdown.
After the last game, they have plenty of reason to be confident in their running game. And even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust to them. Make them stop what they do before they go to any type of a change-up.
They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd down and 4. Here's Lance. This is the tight end Fant. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 14. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. On first down, Lance. That is caught inside the 5. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought he was going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Lance now to throw. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Noah Fant, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free. And his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Still on his feet. He's on his way. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
You get in a second and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing incompletion on 1st down, and you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. His 4th catch already in this first quarter. It's a 1st down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Here's 2nd and 10. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
(7-7) our score after 1. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Lance. He'll take a shot for Davis to the end zone. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. Edwards-Helaire. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal.
Again, Edwards-Helaire. And this time he'll lose yardage as the defense not giving him any room to operate. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up third down. Throwing now is Lance. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's fourth down.
You guys have been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they're throwing it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Their own 18-yard line.
Throwing to start the drive, Williams. There's the former Viking, Stephon Diggs. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
And that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage. And that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area. So you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. On second down, here's Pierce. And he'll get about 2 there to the 36. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Matt Judon in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. On is the punter Hecker as he gets this one away. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So here are the Vikings to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. That's quickly out wide to Davis. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. And that one results in 35 yards.
Well, he broke his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He has such a handful defensively, just too hard to keep him under wraps, and delivers a big play here for this offense.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Lance looking to throw it. The open man here, Renfro. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. They will find Davis. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play action. Now it's Lance. This is Fant on the short completion. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the Bills' 20-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. shotgun now for Lance. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
I don't know if he was just working through progressions or just unaware of the pressure, but no matter. Excellent work by the defense to get him to the ground before he could escape the pocket.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. On play action, Lance. He gets this complete to Shaheen, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. This offense on 3rd down today, they've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This will be 3rd and 19. Looking to throw. Lance. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Dorrance Armstrong drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
The kick by McManus is good. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Here's Darius Davis on the return. And he returns this to the 22. And here come the Bills. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Williams on 1st and 10. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger walk. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
And Knox is going to have the Bills' 1st down as the tackle made up around the 33-yard line. A run for Pierce out of the gun. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Pierce will try to pick it up. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
They go play action here on 1st down. The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. Vita Vea coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Back to throw. Williams. They'll set up the screen to McBride. And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And the football going back to the Vikings offense. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. That one complete downfield to Kirk. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They'll get 34 yards there.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. The Lance going to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Meanwhile, Lance's throw pulled in by Renfro. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 3rd and 4. To throw, it's Lance. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short. Blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
And a quick throw here. That's complete. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Again, it's Lance. And it's caught. From the 3-yard line once more. Now here's 3rd and goal. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. The kick by McManus is good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. The Bills offense set to take over to begin quarter number 3. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game, start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
Williams throw taken in by Valdez-Scantling. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Williams. And Diggs has it. And he is going to have a Bills first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Williams now looking to throw on 2nd down. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter and the entire fourth remaining, so stranger things have happened.
Here's Williams throwing on 1st down. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. 2nd down and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Vikings 41-yard line.
Pierce gets this one running right. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
At the 15-yard line.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Throw left side complete. That's Pierce. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Field goal coming from Younghoe Koo. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Koo knocks this one through the post. And the deficit trend is 6 now at 16-10. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Davis. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Ball on the 36 now. Here's second down and 1. And Lance now to throw. And that went to the right side and incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Off of play action, here's Lance. This is Fant on the short completion. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor, and it's a first down.
An 8-yard pickup. And the Vikings first down.
They go back to the ground with Edwards-Helaire. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The tackle made back in his own 49.
Now Lance.
Nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. From the 35, here's a 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Throwing now is Lance. That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Here's Lance to throw it. Nowhere to turn here. He's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And that is no good. And this will stay a one-score game as the lead will hold at 6. So a frustrating result. It's a 10-play drive, but it yields nothing on the scoreboard.
And to get off the field there without giving up points, that's a big win defensively.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
At their 48-yard line.
Now Williams to throw on second down. Pass delivered successfully to Knox on the out route. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, you know, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage. There's just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. They've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. The passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's Lance. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
On the give, here's McBride. And he is into the end zone for the Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Bills have even the ball game with a chance to take the lead here in the final minute of this third quarter. Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the second time in the ball game.
And, Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will put them on top here in the third. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And now out comes Minnesota. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
From the 32-yard line now, here's second down and a yard. Back now in Buffalo. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a one-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter play. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Lance looking to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. The drive stays alive. A third down gain of 8. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Now Lance throwing on second down. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Holding offense.
Isaiah Wynn with a penalty. The former first-round pick back in 2018. Lance to throw on second down here. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. Right where they set him down started. They need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing his Lance on third down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And a small play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Bills. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Good gain there on first down, and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds and keep the clock rolling. They're in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
Not in any rush offensively. 105 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Williams on first down. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the legs still. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. And now after that sack, we'll pause here a moment because someone was shaken up on that play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. The Bills on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be third and forever. And he fires one, but incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A 41-yard punt there with no return, and it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. Lance now on first down. Flushed out right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. 3rd down and 6. And looks like some movement there. Let's get the call.
Ball start, offense.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And the defense loses him. It's complete. A big play there for Minnesota. And even 40 yards.
They absolutely had to take some chances downfield trailing here in the 4th quarter.
So why not go 4 verticals, send the guys downfield, say make a play?
And that's one of the favored routes of offensive coordinators. You know why? Because receivers can be open at any point running that route.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now we've got movement up front. And I think this is going to be on Minnesota. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Looking to throw. Lance. He's got Renfro on the out route. No gain on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Shotgun now for Lance. Right back to Davis. It's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up second down.
7-yard pickup. Brings up second and 3 at the 9-yard line.
Working from the gun, Lance. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. The third down coming up. And Lance going to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And the Vikings are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. Second down.
Brings up second and goal at the 3-yard line.
On second down, here's Lance. And he's got it. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's third and goal. They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. He lost 2, and it brings up 4.
And I don't think there should be much of a discussion here, but you know how I am. You kick the football, you take the lead. How bold do you want to be in this situation, though?
So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This for a fourth-quarter lead. The kick by McManus is good, and they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
So the Bills now down by 2. A little under 2.5 to go. Needing at least 40 yards, you'd have to think, to have a shot. Corral to throw on 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Play action here. Corral. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And a 1st and goal coming up here inside the 10-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They'll be hoping to work a little clock and try to add on to this slim fourth-quarter lead. But whatever happens on this drive, certainly a huge fumble recovery by their defense at this juncture. Following the fumble recovery, Lance flush to his right. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. Now this is picked up by the Bills.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves. Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. What a big fourth-quarter fumble recovery a moment ago, and now they are set up with a chance to take the lead. Corral with it, 1st down here. Open on the left side, this is Valdez-Scantling. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. Here comes 2nd down and 5. Now Corral. They'll set up the screen to McBride. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Holding offense.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Corral to throw. That's taken in by Knox. As a quarterback, this is where you look for those instincts to really kick in and take over, right?
Yeah, you can't force it downfield because if you throw an interception here, the game could be over.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Now Corral. Complete, Valdez-Scantling. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Well, on fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. So that'll leave them with one last gasp, Charles. They need their defense. They only have the one timeout, and they've got to hold them to a field goal.
And if you have the ball on offense now, all you're talking about is ball security, taking care of it, making sure your runners don't go out of bounds to stop the clock and give them a chance to regroup. You want to make sure you stay in bounds, run as much time as possible, make them burn that last timeout, and hopefully hold on to the ball and ice the game.
We've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Here's 3rd and 7. Here's Lance. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
On that third down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Now McManus for the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's Noah Fant who caps things off with the touchdown. From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Now it's the Bills' turn. Trailing in this one now. 46 seconds to go. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down. Here's Corral. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
That's good for a
Corral.
Bills.
That's caught by Diggs. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Vikings, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.